Welcome back to Mike's Woodshop. I am going to be getting rid of my Harbor Freight dust collector. I don't want to have to pipe the whole garage with PVC or aluminum ducting. I picked up this Rikon dust extractor and I'm going to be running it on this wall with these three tools: my drill press, my joiner, and my bandsaw. All three are on wheels or will soon to be on wheels, so I can move them around in and out if I need to. I don't work with really large stock yet, so this little room here is just enough for me. I also have a lid separator that I'm going to be putting on my aluminum garbage can. So that would give me my two-stage, that should give me my two-stage, I won't have to empty this Rikon as much. If you want to see how I do it. Alright, so what I did is I went to the big box store. I bought a 4-inch, 10-foot piece of 4-inch pipe and 3 of these T's. What I'm going to do is I'll hook it up hanging on the wall, pipe it out. I don't plan on gluing this right now. What I'm going to do is I'll just put it on, see how much suction I'm losing, if any. We'll go from there. So on the end where the bandsaw is, that's going to be the end of the run. I'm just going to cap the end of it for now. I plan on possibly hooking up either a floor sweep or the connector that I can vacuum the floor. We'll see. But for now, I just figured I'd think ahead and cap it. It's easy enough. I could just take this off and we're good to go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut hopefully 2 brackets out of this one piece. Let's go cut on the bandsaw and we'll see what happens. No dust collection hooked up yet, but we'll see what happens. I just cleaned it out too. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple pieces, little strips, put in between there, and then I'll actually secure the back to the wall instead of actually screwing through the plywood, because it'll probably split. It's not a whole lot of weight that this has to hold, but I figure if I do 4 of these like this, it should be fine. So let me trace this, we'll cut some more, be back. Alright, I cut out all the supports, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pine down to about 8 inches so I get it back, and then I'll fill in the front and the sides, and then we'll attach them to the wall. Alright, so the brackets are all done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in the back where I'm going to put the screws on each of them, paint them, and we'll be right back. Other than having to change the planer blades, because there's a big gouge in one of they're both the blades, so I got a nice little ridge here. But it's sucked up pretty good. And that Rikon is very powerful, because I turned it on without having the blast gate open, and it sucked in the aluminum can. But I could pop that out. It's not a big deal. Alright, so now I'm just going to put in 2 little screws on either side just to hold the where to put the little screw. There it is. That'll hold that in there nicely. Just gonna finish the other 2. Alright, so everything's hooked up. What I'm gonna do is gonna cut a 2x4, no dust on the table. We'll see how well it goes. Alright, so did leave a little bit of dust, but you know, bandsaw is not a great a great tool for dust collection, but at least it's hooked up now. I will use it. I'm gonna do something with the drill press. I have the hose hooked up here, but as everybody knows, it's not the easiest thing with the, you know, maybe I'll mount a bracket or something to hold the hose. I don't know yet, but that's another project. So as you can see, it works. It sucks. Well, isn't that what it's supposed to do? I think I'm going to be probably getting new blast gates, because those are the Harbor Freight ones that come with the unit, or maybe I bought the extra piece or whatever I did, but they're plastic, they're flimsy, so I might be picking up a couple of the metal ones and I'll be installing them. But as right now, everything works good. I will be building a corner shelf there for the dust extractor, and it'll house over there. I will be running electric over on this side. Right now everything's run with extension cords to different outlets, but I'm going to have dedicated outlets over here for each piece of equipment and the dust collector. I will be purchasing one for the table saw, as that is pretty much the last piece of equipment I have in here that needs it. The miter saw has its own dust extractor, and I have two shop vacs that I will use over by the lathe and the oscillating spindle sander. As far as that, I believe I'm done. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, thumbs up button. Comment down below if you have any suggestions, comments, concerns. I will answer every one, promise. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, be safe. Oops, I didn't open the blast gate first. I gotta remember that. Blast, I might have to make a sign and put on the wall. Do not turn on dust collection without opening blast gate. We'll see.